Dear Eve, and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising during the month of August. Aries, I'm just going to pull a few cards here and see what lies ahead during this month of August for you, Aries. So, I gave the cards a good shuffle, meditated on the Aries sign, and hopefully now we'll get a good reading here for you, Aries. So, one more shuffle here. So I'm going to cut the deck for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising during the month of August. So the first card out we have here, Aries, is a Major Arcana card, and it's the Death card. It's Scorpio energy. It could be water as well. It could be Pisces or Cancer, but it's mainly Scorpionic energy here. You know, but as I say, you could be dealing with a water sign or that. But the Death card is, you know, probably like, oh, shock, it's the Death card. But no, the Death card is a lovely card. It talks about, you know, transformation. It can talk about, you know, physical death or that. But it would have to be, you know, alongside other cards, but we'll just see what comes out. But this is the energy that you're bringing into the month, Aries. So you're transforming, you know what I mean? You're transcending in some way, you know, you're going through some transformation, some type of transformation. And we'll see now what comes out. Lovely. Look at this, what we have here, Aries. We have the Ace of Cups, new beginnings in the love area. You know, you could be transforming your love life here, you know, with the Ace of Cups. This is lovely, you know. The aces talk about new beginnings, you know, abundance as well, abundance in love or that, you know. But, you know, the Ace of Cups can talk about being fulfilled, you know, within the love, but it also can talk about self-love, you know, that way. So this is lovely. And this is just at the, oh, and that's the next card out we have here is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups talks about being somewhat disappointed, you know, in the love area. But this could be like, you know, in the past, you know, or, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, of a breakup or anything. It could be just that, you know, you're disappointed in some way, you know, to do with love or that, you know. But there is an offer here coming your way that, you know, that you don't realize, or, you know, you're not expecting it in any way. Do you know that way? And this could be, you see here with the ace. So this is the Ace of Cups here. And this is, you know, what you call it, this offer coming in here. This Ace of Cups is coming in here. So, like I say, it's a new beginning. Do you know that way? And what you've probably been doing, Aries, you know, in the past, you know, kind of, you're looking at your past, you know, your past loves or that, you know, that way. But they're kind of like, you know, that they're empty cups, that they've been and gone. You know what I mean? So it's kind of saying as well, you know, for this you know, transformation in the love area is, you know, to forget about the past. The past is in the past. Leave the past behind and to move forward, you know. And this lovely love offer is going to come in. It's lovely. So the next card out we have here is the Temperance. This is lovely because after the Death card, after the Death card is Temperance. Just wanted to double check, even though I knew myself, I was just doubting a bit. And this is actually, you know, don't be doubting yourself, you know, when this new love comes in or whatever, or, you know, this offer in love, you know, might not be to do romantically to do with love. It could be with friendship, you know, or that, or, you know, just don't doubt yourself, you know what I mean? Because this here is you know, your angel guide, you know, kind of pushing you forward. Do you know what I mean? But you see here the angel, you know, she has her third eye opened here, and it just talks about, a realization within yourself, you know what I mean? And um kind of, self-reflection, or that, it could also talk about, because of this, you know, that there could be, a sharing of cups here, because we have, the two cups, a bit like the two of cups, you know what I mean? But this relationship is kind of like heaven sent, this blending of two energies, and this, angel talks about patience, so taking the time, to get to know, this other energy, or that, and kind of blending your energies together, that way. But it's really, really nice. And as I say, the temperance comes after the death, so there is some type of transformation going on in your life that's going, going to bring in new love, not kind of, is going to bring in new love. Yeah, lovely. See what popped out here. And the reason why it's bringing in new love, because you've learned how to love yourself. You have become an empress. Do you know what I mean? And the empress attracts. She attracts love. She's Venus incarnated. Um, so this is Taurus energy. It's Libra energy. You could be dealing. Look, we have Scorpio energy. We have Sagittarius, and we have Taurus and Libra here. But this is a major arcana card, and this is talking about the feminine energy, as in Venus, and the energy within you, that way. And that you've created this kind of abundance in your life. You've been calling in, kind of like, as if to say, you're calling in your soulmate, you're calling in good things to come to you, abundance to come to you. You're not going out to seek it, you're just building yourself up. And this is lovely. This is what this card is all about, building yourself up. And also the Empress, um, in this, she's pregnant, but it doesn't mean that, you're going to have children, and that is that you're giving birth to a new life, after the death card. Something's, a particular part, in your life, a cycle in your life, a situation, has been and gone. It's died now, and now you're giving birth, to something that's, fruitful and, fertile. And you're sowing the seeds now, for this new love. This is lovely. Yeah. The next card out we have here is the Six of Pentacles. Now, it came out in the reverse. It popped out there in the reverse, but it's actually kind of, in a way, a good way that it came out in the reverse. Because if you see here, this philanthropist, he's given, he's balancing the scales, but he's given to one and not to the other. Do you know that way? But in the reverse, it talks about equal reciprocity, equal give and take. So as much as you put into the relationship, you will receive back. And the same with, your counterpart or that. So this is really, really nice, and probably before with the Four of Cups that you didn't get that. Do you know that way? You're looking at how much you put in, you know what I mean? And, did you get back? No, because you've been disappointed. Your arms are folded. You know what I mean? You've been disappointed with the reciprocal love that that you wanted. But because this came out in the reverse, this is lovely, that there is going to be equal give and take here. I didn't mean this to be a love reading, but it's turning out that way. This card wanted to fly. Oh, wow. This is just amazing. And I have a friend now who's an Aries, and I know she's going to love this. But look what's just at the popping out here. We have here is the Emperor. Your divine counterpart, masculine energy. Look, the Empress and the Emperor. Do you know what I mean? Now, this is saying as well, they're not pages, these are not pages, like as in, young energy, young childish energy, childish behavior. They're not knights, they're not bringing a message or whatever, like, or looking to dip their toes in, they're not kings, you know what I mean, kings and queens, and that's a very mature energy. This is the emperor and the empress. This is, divine masculine, divine feminine, that the emperor has, all the four qualities of the kings, in him, and the same then with divine feminine. She has all the four qualities of the queens, within within her. So they both have experienced life, especially when it comes to love and such like that. But they're the most compatible pair in the whole of the tarot deck. You know what I mean? And it talks about, that with divine feminine, that it's Venusian, and it's the receiving of love, but also the caring and giving, to divine masculine. And divine masculine is all about Mars energy, protection and that. This is lovely. Like, it's kind of like, a fairy tale, so to speak. Do you know that way? It's kind of like, oh, what you want in, in your partner, and then vice versa, what they want, So this card wanted to come out, and this is lovely as well. You can't whack this reading. This is just brilliant. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas, out of 9, and an ace. This is something big now, Aries, for you that's coming in, But the Justice card talks about, justice coming to a situation, It's like, it's about bloody time, You're getting your just desserts, what you deserve, and you probably worked really hard, Aries, on yourself, or kind of, maybe even ask the universe, well, this is the type of person that I want. I don't want, I don't want any BS, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, the universe has kind of listened, and it's bringing in this karma to you. You know what I mean? This lovely karma, it's balancing out the scales once again, just like with the 6, you see, he has this, this scales, the universe, kind of bringing it in, that way. And because major arcana cards is all about, divine gifts that are bringing in, to the, to the reader, to the person that you're reading for, or whatever, like, um yeah. But this is lovely. Like, there's going to be, as I say, balance, harmony within the relationship, and that, and like that equal give and take, equal reciprocity, and that, like, and there's going to be great communication as well, because the Justice card is air, and air is all about communication, and Libra especially, because like that, it's Venusian as well. But it's, Taurus is all about, loving within, and, Libra is all about loving to another, like, that way. So it's really a lovely, lovely love reading here. And even if it is, Aries, that you're in a relationship already, this could be talking about, something happened to, kind of end within the relationship, you kind of have to bring some type of a cycle to an ending, maybe you've got into bad habits with each other, or that, like, and this Ace of Cups, it's kind of, it doesn't have to be like new love. It can be like a renewal of love, that way. Because here it talks about, like, it can talk about repetitive mistakes, and that you kind of lose out, and that you feel disappointed with your loved one, you know what I mean? But it's kind of as well asking you to kind of, not really to take time out, but just kind of sit out and take a little, step back, you know what I mean? And say to yourself, well, what can I do differently? You know what I mean? What can I do differently this time? What is it that, why do we keep going back, around and around? Do you know that way? And if it is that you're in a relationship already, and even if, or you're going into a relationship, this card represents friendship. You know what I mean? So friendship is very, very important within this relationship. Whether you're in a relationship or just about, to go into one. I feel like I'm repeating myself here. So we're just going to get the final card for you, Aries. Oh. So the last card we have here is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords talks about moving out of troubled waters and into calmer waters. Do you know that way? And, having your mind being at rest, being at peace, you know what I mean? And you see, like, this person's not traveling alone, you know what I mean? This could be, kind of starting a new journey with somebody, that way. And this could be your emperor, you know what I mean? And you're moving into calmer waters, like, as in, time to now, you know, just enjoy life, enjoy a relationship or whatever, like, and not to take, the, because this talks about past lessons being learned. Do you know what I mean? So you've learned probably from previous relationships, or like that, if you're in the relationship, you've learned from previous mistakes, and that you're not going to go and do them again. Do you know what I mean? Because you've learned these hard lessons as it is. So now it's time to move. I do feel as well now, this is kind of like just what I'm just at the talking about there is just one story, but I just want to say as well, there is, and I know, um, there is here, like, there is travel here, and it's over, a short body of water. And I know my Aries friend had only spoken to me about this, so this is in the cards for you, so you know yourself, and like that, you're not traveling alone, okay. um so yeah, what else is there? Anything else here? For some, during the month of August, they're going to, hear of a major pregnancy around them. With this Empress here, definitely within the center spread. And this major pregnancy, it's either going to be like, if it's not yourself, you know what I mean? It's going to be like a good friend or sister or somebody that maybe has been trying for a while, to become pregnant. So, something, a major pregnancy, I feel for a lot of people, it's a good friend, right? And it's because of the Temperance card being here, um, I feel as well, I want to say some Aries might get involved with doing some type of charity work, whether this is even just buying a ticket or just actually getting involved with charity work. But I do feel that it's something to do with um kind of domestic violence, or that, something along that lines. Do you know what I mean? Or yeah, no, I feel that that's that's what it is. I feel as well somebody, Aries around you, somebody might be going to see, how would you say, not specifically, like an older man or mentor, but I mean in the, in the medical. And I feel that it's to do with diabetes, or somebody as well, that may be pregnant around you, could be, that they end up having, diabetes, but it's only throughout their pregnancy, so to speak. Um, but I feel they will be going to a consultant, you know what I mean, to talk, to discuss this, to rectify it, because I feel that what that their diabetes, if they know they have it already, it's kind of haywire, and they need to kind of bring it into balance here. Um, I feel as well, if somebody is, suffering with swollen feet or anything, during this time like that, it could be to do with pregnancy, but may not be. I feel, and it's only common sense to drink an awful lot of water, that way. Um, yeah, but otherwise, Aries, I think that's everything, that needs to be said here. Um, I do see as well, some of you may be asked to, I don't really want to say a wedding, but if it's a wedding, it'd be like, the register, or whatever. But I feel more it's going to be a renewal of vows, you know what I mean? That there might be an invitation there for the renewal of vows. Um, and I feel that if it is, it's, like that, once again, it's a very good friend, you know. Yeah, I think that's everything, Aries. So I do hope you like the reading. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe. Cheers, Slan.